Hello and welcome to our concert. Our next concert is going to be on Sunday the 16th of May at 4 o'clock.
Hello and welcome again. We're delighted to present to you today the second Violin Sonata by Louise Farrenc. We hadn't heard of her until quite recently, but she's a fantastic composer from the 19th century, French composer. Her work was much neglected after she died, but it's coming actually much more into consciousness now. And in fact, we just learned that the Philadelphia Orchestra have recently recorded Louise Farrenc's Second Symphony, which is actually out there online at the moment from last Thursday to next Thursday. So if you like the sonata and you want to hear the symphony, then please do go and listen to that as well. I was just reading about her just now, and I learned a couple of very interesting things. So she was a fantastic pianist and composer and teacher. She studied at the Paris Conservatoire, but at that time, unbelievably, the composition class was only open to men. And then in 1842, she herself became professor of piano at the Paris Conservatoire, and also, unbelievably, she was paid less than her male counterparts. And it was only, she was paid less for almost a decade, and it was only with the success of her nonette composition in 1850, which was played by, amongst others, Joseph Joachim, the famous violinist. It was only with that success that she demanded equal pay. So interesting facts there. But the music is wonderful. There's 4 movements. The last movement particularly reminds me of Mendelssohn. Very sparky, very lively. The first movement maybe early Beethoven. I think overall the thought is more Germanic than French. But it's very tuneful, it's very graceful, it's a bit dramatic, but it's very lively as well. And I really hope you enjoy it.
Yes, we've absolutely loved working on Louise Farrenc's sonata, and we're very grateful to John in Peebles and Margaret in Aberdeenshire and Lionel in Angus, all of whom independently suggested that we look out some music by Louise Farrenc. She was born Jean-Louise Dumont. She was the daughter of Jacques Dumont, and he was a sculptor. Louise was born in 1804 and died in 1875. She studied with famous composer-pianists such as Hummel and Moscheles. Age 15, her talent as a composer was really emerging, such that she went to study with Anton Reicher, who was the composition teacher at Paris Conservatoire. But as Marcus said, the composition class was not open to women, so perhaps she studied privately with him. She married at the age of 17 to a flautist called Aristide Farrenc, and they toured together and opened a publishing house. And age 22, Louise gave birth to her daughter Victorine, who also became a concert pianist. As Marcus said, she became a professor of piano at Paris Conservatoire. That was at the age of 38, and she had that position for 30 years. Now, the music biographer François-Joseph Féty said this of her: "Unfortunately, the genre of large-scale instrumental music to which Madame Farrenc, by nature and formation, felt herself called, involves performance resources which a composer can acquire only with enormous effort. Another factor here is the public, as a rule not a very knowledgeable one, whose only standard for measuring the quality of work is the name of its author. If the composer is unknown, the audience remains unreceptive, and the publishers, especially in France, close their ears anyway when someone offers them a halfway decent work. They believe in success only for trinkets. Such were the obstacles that Madame Farrenc met along the way, and which caused her to despair." Well, we hope that she will be very happy by the renewed interest in her music. We're certainly delighted to have discovered it, and I'm looking forward to delving into her piano music in future. Enjoy today's concert.